Hey guys, Uncle Ray. Welcome to another episode of the Crypto Bellwether. I don't always tell you what you want to hear, but I tell you what you need to hear to make an informed decision. Well, guys, we know with GTAI that just came out that AI is a big deal, not only in the stock market world with new mega corporations coming out and all the other corporations that are going to be building with AI in the very near future. It's big in blockchain. So I wanted to create this video to bring 5 AI blockchain projects to your attention. Now, none of this is financial advice, but I would be surprised that in the next bull run, if all 5 of these tokens don't take off. Maybe they don't, but I feel comfortable that 1 or 2 probably will. And I think having a good diversified portfolio needs to have at least 1 or 2 AI projects in them. That's just my thoughts, because I believe for sure that just like the ISO 222 compliant tokens with the banking reset, this is going to be a hot sector to take a look at. So what I'm going to do is just introduce you to the projects. If you have an interest, please go down the rabbit hole, do your own research, and then we'll take a look. I'm going to show you the project. We'll look at the chart, show you another project. Now, I'm going to show you in the order of the market cap from the biggest to the smallest. So really, if you kind of think about it, the odds are the risks kind of go the same way, which, that being said, pretty much at the level these are, they're pretty risky. I wouldn't call them high risk, but somewhere between, well, some of them are, but medium to high risk. Definitely not low risk projects. Now, the first project is Fetch.ai. Now, what I really like about this is it was built on top of Cosmos uh, with Cosmos SDK. I'm a big fan of Cosmos, and that's another thing that, not to change subjects, but they changed their tokenomics and the way Cosmos fee structure is about 3 or 4 months back, and I believe that Cosmos didn't pump in the last bull runs like it should have because of its tokenomics. Well, that's been fixed, and I'll be surprised if Cosmos isn't a front runner of one of the layer ones in the next bull run. And when it takes out its old high, I think it's going to be changing gears. Not to get sidetracked, but anyway, to be honest, I haven't really went down the rabbit hole enough to really understand what they are going to and how they're going to use the AI, because if you think about what it is, guys, it can do anything. So my thoughts are, you're going to have some of the smartest people in the world, not only in blockchain, but using AI. Guys, they could figure out, what's the best DeFi project out there? What's the best way to do cross-border payments? What's the best thing to do for, for bridges? And you have the best AI on the planet working on it, guys. And it can write you the code for like 30 seconds, guys. I think the advancement of not only blockchain but of every technical thing on the planet is absolutely about to explode in the next 10 years. We are going to have transformation as a society more in the next 10 years than we had in the last 200 years. I really believe that it is going to be mind-blowing, and you need to wrap your head around and start getting comfortable with AI, because think about it, guys. You're competing against not only a robot, but a robot computer that has self-awareness and can reason and can educate itself every time it makes a mistake. It can incorporate everything on the planet. It's going to connect to other AI protocols in the future. I'm telling you, the advancement is going to be spectacular. So I don't know who's going to win this, but it's going to definitely the best projects in the world, whether they may be major corporations that trade on the stock exchange, but they are going to run on blockchain rails. You know, they really are. Now, that being said, when I say blockchain, it could run on something like Hedera, but it will be basically Web3 technology, digital assets. Now, let's look at the token. Now, this is 1/43. That's actually bigger than I thought. And if you look at this, this is a pretty good move up. Check out this 24-hour chart. That's a good move, guys. That being said, is it time to buy? For me, not a chance. Now, hear me out. Again, not financial advice. This thing right now, that's a big move in this environment. And you're at 22 cents. Well, the low of this bull run is 6 cents. Guys, I have no doubt this project will probably go back down and test the 6 cents. But let's say you pick it up at 10 cents. The high has been say 116. It should easily be able to take that out. I mean, easily. So if you buy it at 10 cents, and so you're looking at 11, 12, 15x to take out its old high. That's a pretty good move. Now, let's look at the another project, which is Ocean Protocol. So if you're not aware with it, go to oceanprotocol.com, check it out. Now, what they do is they farm data, and this is the future. Now, this may not be the project that does it, but you know, we're always hearing stuff how, you know, Google and Facebook and everyone, they're always using our information and they're selling it, might be using it against us, and we're going to try to make all that decentralized. Well, they're using AI to make that happen. But in the future, I think you're going for giving the rights to your data at whatever point and whatever level you want, you'll get paid in a token. Now, it may not be part of this project, but that's kind of the roadmap that they're looking at. And it's so early, I don't know, but data farming is going to be absolutely massive. And so they're figuring out ways to still get the information and the demographics and all that without giving up who you are, right? So they can still have the information of what website you went to, what car you're driving, but they don't know it's you. And I personally like that. That's the future, I hope. And then you can sign off, and I'm sure in the future you'll get paid in tokens. So this is a project that I think dang sure should be everyone should take a look at. And it's at 152. So that's a pretty good, you know, I think if you're in the top, really the top 500, you know, I would take a look. Once it gets outside of that, personally, you know, I'm not saying I won't, because some of the best projects started there. But realistically, in this environment, guys, if you don't have enough money behind you and a really good community and team in their building, you might not make it through these bear markets. And I personally think something's going to break. Now, that being said, again, this thing has had a pretty good move as well. If you look at what it did today, guys, it's a great move. Let's look at the weekly. Another great move. This thing's been going straight up for a month, guys. Wow, that's a pretty good move. Now, it moved up hard the 1st of November, which is the end of last year, which, you know, with all the craziness, that's about the FTX, I'm pretty sure, that just slammed it. So really, guys, it's just getting back to where it was before the FTX crash. That is a big, big move. I wasn't really aware that it was that big. That being said, is it time to buy? For me, not a chance. But let's look at the low. This thing's been down to 16 cents, and the high has been almost $2. Guys, that is a pretty good move. That's definitely one I highly recommend everyone go take a look at. Now, let's look at the next one. It's Cambria Open Initiative Ecosystem, and it's Cambria, hold on a second, Cambria, which is K-A-Y is the token. And I'll be honest, guys, I totally don't understand everything about this ecosystem. I only spent about 20 minutes taking a look at it. But one thing that they have, it's like a big community where you can create different DAOs and things like that, and you can present your project to them. They vote on it, they fund it, they help you, but I'm kind of confused literally of how AI fits into that. I know they want to build out more AI projects, and that's the ones they are trying to fund. So they are trying to create a community that are going to use AI to build out different blockchain projects on their blockchain, and whether it may be DeFi or whatever. But anyway, take a look at it. I mean, I think it, again, it's AI, and when, to me, guys, AI to me absolutely blows me away. Any of these projects, if you're going out of business, right, you're not successful, you just ask the AI. And these private AIs, guys, are totally different than what we have access to. It's unbelievable what they can create and how they think. So you think about it, if it's not working, you just say, hey, go analyze all the blockchains out there, all the cryptos out there. We want to be the #1 DeFi platform or whatever. And it just not only tells you how to do it, it tells you the money you need, it tells you the code. I mean, it's just, guys, it's the future. So, to me, no matter what's in their roadmap, they could switch on a dime. So they could all definitely be successful. To me, it doesn't even make sense that they will struggle because they have the greatest minds on the planet working on it. Now, let's look at the chart. Now we're getting on back a little bit. This is 608. Now, it's KAT is the token. And that's a pretty good pump. Again, they're kind of all running in unison. Look at that 24-hour, guys. Here's the weekly. Let's see. Well, it seems like I think I've jammed up. But anyway, guys, hold on. There we go. If you look, this thing has been to 0.001, and it's been as high as 0.03. That's a big move up. So what is that, a 13x to take out its old high? It's a pretty good move. Now let's talk about this project, Vaiot. I think that's how I looked up how to say it, and I forgot. I actually did a video on this months ago, and I forgot about it. But this is a really, really promising AI project. I really think that this thing is going to be the future. They've created it like with IBM, and when you go and watch this video, which we're going to watch just a little bit of it, it's going to tell you more. But guys, the future, you know how now customer service and everything is starting to go to AI? Well, this is going to be that on steroids. It's going to be salesmen. It's going to do everything, especially like in the insurance industry. But check this out.
Today, advancements in technology make all kinds of services more accessible, faster, and a whole lot cheaper. With Vaiot, interactions between individual customers and businesses get even easier. thanks to intelligent contracts. By using advanced artificial intelligence and blockchain, Vaiot creates a new quality in accessing services and concluding agreements between people anywhere in the world. Vaiot is like your personal assistant, providing legal services such as intelligently creating custom contracts tailored to your needs. These are both printable, traditional written contracts, as well as digital, securely stored on the blockchain. With Vaiot, creating a contract is as easy as talking. Hi Vaiot, I need a contract for my new employee.
Hello, Jane. Sure. I'll just need a few details. Shall we proceed?
But that's not all. Vaiot also introduces brand new intelligent service distribution channels that empower businesses to adapt to modern customers by offering new ways of accessing services. In this way, enterprises and customers both benefit. It's a win-win situation. Oh, and did we mention that everything Vaiot does for you is made secure by blockchain technology?
Guys, I think you can understand what it does. I can't wait till that goes mainstream. For instance, I'm trying to do a real estate deal right now, and I just sent them over a proposal. I typed it up, or I email, on email, sent it over to them. But then if they agree to it, I'm going to have to, go see a lawyer, sit down, make it official, all that stuff. And in the future, we'll be able to do that like on our smartphone, just like they just did, and it will be just as legally binding, and what will take, hundreds of dollars, if not thousands of dollars to create, and you have to have lawyers and title companies and all that. They're going to take all that out. And I think this is going to be one of the front runners in that particular sector. Now, let's take a look at the chart. Now, this is 1,066. So we're getting on down the chain. Now, it obviously came out and had a very good start, but look when it came out. It came out in the biggest part of the biggest bull run of 2021. So, of course, it pumped, and of course, everyone took their profits. That thing went to $3.76. Now, guys, there's a good chance, man, this thing is at 0.008. So, guys, this is the one. This is one, I'd have to pull my calculator out and do the math of how big that is. So, when you get to 0.00 of anything, of a penny, and you start talking about dollars, it gets substantial. What is that? I'm thinking, man, even if it's, anyway, I'm not even going to guess. I don't want to look mathematically stupid. This is a big move. So my thoughts are, yes, get to stacking this thing in the next couple of weeks. I have no doubt it's going to pull back, just like I believe everything is, for whatever that's worth. I think this is a bear bounce. I don't think we're starting the next bull run. And I believe pretty much the lows are not in for any project. There may be a few exceptions, but I don't think the low is in for this bear run. I think something's going to break. But I would keep a look. I'm going to keep a look at this project. This is one of those, I'm going to do probably twofold. I'm going to stack a small bag and forget it. And then I'm going to stack a bag that I'm going to look to sell in the next bull run. Because this is something, guys, I mean, you could put a small amount and it go a long way. This is a no-brainer. Yes, it's high risk, high reward, but it's high risk, but way bigger reward in my opinion. Now, SingularityNet is a phenomenal project. Now, I'm not going to get into everything it can do because, guys, it can do anything. But the biggest thing that absolutely blows me away about this project, now, I did a video a couple of months ago about it, and honestly, no one was talking about AI, but when I found out who this founder is right here, Ben Gortzel, guys, he's the one that created, what is it? It's Sophia. I think that's right. And I'm doing this by memory. I haven't looked at this. I didn't look at it. I just punched this up. Sophia was the first AI robot. Guys, he is the who's who in AI, period. You know, I'm not in that world, but I do know he's by far the most famous, and he is the brains behind the first, walking, talking AI robot. And so your money has to be with him. Now, they basically got a lot of their funding from uh, Cardano, and I'm doing all this by memory, guys. I should have looked it up, but I didn't really have time. But I just wanted to bring it to your attention. Yeah, Google Sophia AI or Sophia. The first, actually, and not only that. Yeah, now I remember. Well, let's just go take a look. She was the first robot to ever get a citizenship. She's absolutely amazing, guys. It's a good story no matter what. Just Google Sophia and take a look. And yeah, that's getting into their metaverse projects and stuff. But Charles at Cardano is a big part of this. So I think this is something everyone should take a look at. That being said, someone in my community said this to me, and I love when people bring up stuff that I didn't really think about. And I normally do think about this. But he said, as advanced as it is, there's no real use case for this project. And there really isn't. Now, I know they're going to create the metaverse, their metaverse and all that, and that might be where it's going to go. But, guys, that is going to be so long. I don't think it's going to be the next bull run to put that together. But that being said, it comes back to the thoughts are, if you got the smartest guy on the planet in AI, created the first, AI robot that's world famous, that group, I mean, I just can't imagine if anyone's going to win in this space, it's going to be him. Now, I could be wrong because he doesn't have the kind of funding that you might think. But again, when we talk about AI, to me, you're just one question away of changing everything. Like if you go, well, how do we raise more money? How do we create this token to pump? How do we, create a better blockchain and use more AI? And if you have that kind of knowledge and it can write your code, all these projects can change on a dime. So yeah, right now, there's no reason to run out and use it because there's really no good use case. So, but I think that could change. But on the pure speculation, this is a pretty good move. It's trading at, what'd I say? It's trading at 0.04 and it's been to 64 cents. Another pretty good move. Now, well, that's it. That was a project I did. And if you aren't aware just why I went ahead and punched this up, I might as well tell you about it. If you're not familiar with Tectonic, I just created a video. I'll put a link down below if you want to watch that. Now, that being said, guys, that's all I got for you. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Let me know what you think about AI in the comments section. Is there another AI project that I should be taking a look at? Now, remember, this is not financial advice, but I think it would be very prudent for everyone to have some AI exposure for the next bull run because I think this sector is going to get a lot of attention. I really do. That's all I got for you guys. Go ahead and hit that like button and come back and be part of this community. Take care.